Hey guys, what's up? I'm here back again critiquing your designs over on our subreddit. We have a whopping 6.7 thousand members. Let's try and get that to 10,000 before the end of the year. It's quite interesting seeing how it grows every week. Like always, you guys can take part in this. Just upload your designs, give context, and if it gets enough upvotes, I will look at it and you will be featured on the channel. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Stick around to learn how you can design a free Squarespace website towards the end of the video. Okay, so the first one that we've got here has got 58 upvotes. That's quite a lot for the subreddit. Very small subreddit. So my attempt at rebranding Omegle. We all know what Omegle is. It's a dangerous place and this guy's playing a dangerous game. And I think we've already had one Omegle brand redesign on here. So it'll be interesting to see what you guys think. First impressions, put the original logo in so we can see what it's like straight away. I want to do like a real comparison. Yeah, that's an awful and infamous logo, isn't it? It's terrible, but everyone knows what it is and everyone meets with it with a kind of ooh. Okay, so we have that logo. So first impressions, I will say it is got all the hallmarks of being really good. Actually, I trust this design more than I trust the current one. So again, the typeface, you've done a really good job. It's circular and friendly. If you didn't know that circular and sort of bubbly typefaces are more friendly, but you still got an air of professionalism in there. The only thing is, it kind of looks like a competitor to Zoom. And I understand that, you know, you've got the block, you've got the face and the people meeting together with this kind of like creepy smile, but it does work well. I love the color. It looks really nice with all the brand assets in the background. The first impressions is great. Let's have a look at more. Oh yeah, you've done it here. I should look before I even comment on anything. Yeah, so you can see a major difference. Whoever designed the Omegle logo was just taking the mick. Yours is instantly nicer. You've changed it to a black. Now, what I would suggest to do, just to make this a little bit more professional, is you see that's a full black color there. And you don't want that in logos most of the time. Most of the time, we want to go for sort of a gray black. So in that hue saturation slider, just bump it up ever so slightly so it's not as dark. I love the balance of it and the quirkiness of it. It is happy. And this is the website we've got now. This is the website he's designed. It looks so clean. It would be surprising if they didn't take this logo of you. Okay, let's see what everyone else thinks. The original logo mark of Omegle is the symbol for Omega, obviously. Even the name has it in Omegle. I know. I think we all knew that. Why not just redesign the Omegle logo in a different way? I know it's just for practice. The logo and everything on its own is really awesome. Like if you're creating something from scratch, it's really good. But if you're redesigning and you change the most identifiable part of the brand, then isn't it bad? I would counter that you are wrong, like completely. Brands can change. You know, the Coca-Cola logo can change and it would still work today. They just choose not to. This guy who's designed the new Omegle logo for the fake rebrand, he's done a good job. It's in the typeface. You don't need an icon with it. It's better to have a functional icon explaining the happiness of Omegle. Absolutely love how it creates two images. What if you put the smile right in the middle? But I really like it. Oh dear, we've got a client on here. Someone says, why not a more playful or bubbly font considering what the Omegle is? I appreciate this suggestion. But in my personal opinion, the font I used is already friendly, yes, and bubbly, yes, which is why I chose it in the first place. Boom, stick to your guns. I didn't want to use a font that is too playful because Omega isn't made for children, and also a font that's too wacky and complex like the original, since that will result in the icon and the typography fighting for attention. That was a really good way of communicating your thought process, so well done. I really like that one. You are definitely getting a large reward. I've only got 3.9 thousand, but I'm going to give you the biggest reward we've ever given. How do I do that? Platinum. Okay, so the next one is 57 upvotes. Oof. Just 2 upvotes less. I made a personal logo with the initials of my name. I'm a freelance graphic designer. I mostly do logo design and brand identity. I'm looking forward for some critique and suggestion on what I can do better with my design. Right, what I like is the new serif type here. You've used a serif A, lowercase, with the cool bubble on the end. You probably see it in the background. Right here is where the serif A is. Right here. Wait, how do... there we go. Oh, God. This is harder than it looks. Right here, I've got the serif A. See that bubble on the end? That's what he's created, but in a geometric format. There's no real natural shapes here, which is what I like. That's really nice. I think there's a lot going on there. And you know what? I think you should get rid of the V part. You do not need it. There is no need. You've done it to be clever, and that makes sense, but get rid of it. You're making things way too complicated by adding something in to show how you did it. Logo design, there should be no ego. You need to take away that ego. You can see it on my channel. I've worked for years and years on logo designs, and I will post awful logos sometimes just so you guys can see the process. In fact, my whole Skillshare class is about making bad ideas until you get a good one. So go and check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, get rid of that. You don't need that part. I like the gridding, makes it look cool. The typography is cool. I like the colors. You've got this sort of coral, and it works well. I just prefer the A. I would just stick with the A. The A would have worked. No, don't do that. That's bad. I'm going to give you an award anyway. You got a silver award. Well done. Okay, the next one, logo and label designs for Hemp cosmetic client based in Roanoke, Virginia. Don't know how to say that one. Okay, so first impressions, it doesn't look like hemp to me. I'll be honest, it kind of looks like a sunflower. But that's not a bad thing. What I do like is the typeface you've used. It's very unique for the kind of vibe you're going for. I understand that you're going for like a vintage, retro kind of typeface to go with it. There's a lot of detail within it, and I think you can get rid of some of these main lines here, the vertical lines on the leaves. I mean, the logo looks great. There is definitely some room to simplify if you wish, but again, you don't have to if you think this is the best you can do. Again, you're showing it on a cool looking mock-up. Now this is where we run into problems, and this is what I was going to say. I will preach this till the end of my YouTube days. If you have a logo that is too complicated in line art, like the one that we've just seen, from this position, you cannot identify that logo at all. It is way too small, and you've added contrast to get it in there. I do love the design of the bottle. It looks really clean, but again, you've got a lot of information on there, and I don't know how big that is. I can't suppose it's any bigger than this. So I would be careful with the amount of information you've put on there on the front. What we want to see is hemp beard oil quite clearly on the packaging. We don't want it to be encumbered with anything else that would divide attention from that. But it's very nice. I like the look of it. It looks super clean. I love the color scheme that you got there. Hemp, you can see that it would definitely be hemp with the color, the sort of nice unsaturated greens going on there. Very good. Right, this is my very first post in this group. Well done for posting. I created this logo for myself about 2 years ago. I mainly focus on murals, branding, and apparel. So you're a designer as well. What's your name? Cody Crit. Okay, Cody Crit. CNC, kind of like Chanel. The only problem I have with this, and I've seen a big pattern, is that you've repeated it and flipped it. And I guess in logo design it works, but when I want to draw a square around it, it becomes difficult. It's more of a vertical design. That looks good. I like that. Now, when it's on a business card, you have to kind of turn it to its side. That's like turning an Apple logo on its side. It doesn't particularly work. Again, I love the typeface, and the colors look okay as well. It looks vintage. I like that. I like the distorted look. It kind of reminds me of what Aaron Draplin would do with his designs. In fact, it is basically what he would do with his designs, which is a good thing. You've taken great inspiration from that. I think the design of it can work as well, but also you've got to watch out in case something looks a bit dirty, and I'll let you use your imagination from that. But overall, I do like it. I guess repeating shapes adds more detail to logos, and I'm all about simplification. But again, do what you think's best. Before I go into the next one, I just want to tell you that you can actually design a Squarespace website for completely free. Squarespace has sponsored this video because they want to let you know that you can obviously design a website for free and purchase it when you want it to go live, so you can actually design the full website for free before it goes live. And they've got a 10% off coupon down below in the description. If you know me, I've been using Squarespace for years now for my personal website, and in fact, I'm revamping it as we speak. I've been saying this all year, but it is so close. Not only do I have my design portfolio on that website, I have my online store, I have a blog page, I have a contact page for clients. Everything you could possibly think of, you can do on Squarespace. You can literally do. So if you're someone who's getting into the design industry, or you're just looking for another web provider, or if you're someone who's a great visual designer like myself, but can't code for for anything, then Squarespace is great for you. It's easy to use, easy to fully customize, and you'll have a blast of a time. Click that link down below. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring. Next one, first logo concept. Nothing else. This is your first. This is your debut. I thought that meant your first. I'm such an idiot. Okay, so first, you got the number 1 in there first. Yep, nice. You got Blurple. First, what's it for? I guess it's for fashion. Kind of generic, I'm sorry, but it is a bit generic. I guess the number 1 in there works well. The F reminds me of Facebook because it's the same F Facebook uses. I think you need better mockups, I'll be honest. You need to go to Yellow Images. They've got some amazing mockups on there. The next one is the soccer photography logo. And I don't know why everyone calls it soccer because it is football. Okay, I guess it looks good. You've got a football with the markings in there as well as an iris and aperture from a camera. Looks good. Again, Blurple, great color. Ooh, this next one's taken my fancy. Made this logo for a shoes company. I tried to create something with the letter S and shoe. Can you see the S and shoe clearly? I think it looks great, this logo. I actually really like it. It's super clean. It's like the Apple of shoes. I think you've done a great job. I'm going to give you an award. I can't really say anything else about that.
We have no response. That was perfect.
If you're new around here and you enjoyed this video, I just want to thank you. And if you did actually enjoy it, so much so that you'd like to see another one, we've got at least nearly 20 of them lined up for you on my channel. They're completely free to watch. Speaking of being free, subscribing is also free. What that does is it just lets you know whenever I upload a new video. If you did enjoy it, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. See you soon. Goodbye.